Hey there everyone, I'm Erin and welcome to the Cardboard Republic's brand new video channel. This week we have a to be played list for you, and the to be played list is 4 games that we are really hoping to get to the table this month. Might not happen, we're not really sure, we do our best. The first game we have for you is Stockpile. This is our indie game of the month for July, and that means it's a little extra special to us. We really like it, we like what it does, and we wanted to give it some attention. So this is an economic game, and the goal of the game is to buy and sell the most stock to become the top broker. I don't know stocks. Every turn, you get some insider information. You find one stock, and you can tell whether it's going to go up or down by the end of the round. You can then choose to buy and sell stocks. You kind of buy them in little stockpiles, hence the name. And you have to use your insider information as well as the public information to determine what your best move is. What's really cool about this is that all together, all of the players know pretty much everything that's happening in the game. It's just that each player only knows a piece of it. So you have to watch what's going on at the table in order to figure out what your best move is. If you see someone buying up a ton of this one type of stock, you have to figure out, why are they buying that right now? What can I do to get in on that? I've heard that it's a little more aggressive than your average economic game, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it could also be very good for families trying to teach that style of gaming. So we will have a lot more coverage on this on our site later this month. Stay tuned for that. Next up, we have Argent, the Consortium. So this one is a level 99 games title, and it is set at a magical university, but this is not Hogwarts. So this place is vicious and brutal. You are competing to become the chancellor of the university. And in order to do that, you have to move your apprentices around to the various spots, taking actions. It's a worker placement game. But unlike a lot of worker placement games, it's a little more aggressive. It's a little more interactive. You can at any given time be doing 12 different things. It's actually pretty hard to explain what exactly your options are in this game because there are so many. You need to learn spells. You need to discover what exactly will help you win. That's right, the victory conditions for this game are randomized and they are secret. So that's something that I know a lot of people don't like. I'm looking forward to at least giving it a shot. I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to love in the long run. We've been wanting to get this one to the table for a while now, so I'm super excited that we put it in this video because that means increased pressure to actually play it. The third game that we are hoping to get to the table this month is Heroes of Metro City, Sidekicks and Storylines. This is obviously an expansion to Heroes of Metro City, which, if you don't know, it's a really cool superhero-themed deck builder co-op game. This expansion adds storylines, sidekicks. The sidekick cards are these new powered cards. They add a little bit of extra flavor to the game, some extra actions, just some new things that you can do. You'll also notice that some of them have this green ability here. That means that these cards are now persistent. They'll stay out for an extra round. For those of you who have played some deck builders, it's fun to have those extra cards that can stay out instead of being wiped at the end of every round. It does really change up your strategy. Next up, you have storyline cards. So these cards serve as currency, essentially. In the base game, you had origin story cards, and those were worth 1 plot point each, and they didn't really do much else. It was good to have them, they were how you bought stuff, but they also clogged up your hand. With these new storyline cards, they are worth more, anywhere from about 2 to 6 each, and they have these little actions on them, so in addition to being used as currency, they can be used for other things. We have a lot of friends who really like this game, so I don't think getting it to the table is going to be that tricky for us. Now, the fourth game, we have Captains of Industry by TMG. So not only is this game beautiful, but it is another economic game. This one is set during the Industrial Revolution, and you are competing, very cutthroaty, I've heard, to become a captain of industry. You have to build your economic machine, taking care of resources and making sure that you're playing the markets, while also keeping track of the changing environment of the times. So there's a lot to keep your eye on in this game. It's a little bit longer too, which generally means it is a little harder to get to the table, at least for us these days, but we think we can make it work. Okay, so before I said we had 4 games for you, but that was a little bit of a lie. We really have 6. So those 4 games were ones that we had never played before. Next up, I have one that we have played a few times, but would really, really, really like to play again. Eldritch Horror by Fantasy Flight. This is the successor to Arkham Horror. For those of you who don't know me, Arkham Horror is the game that got me into gaming. It was my gateway. It has a special little dark place in my heart, and I would love to get this one to the table again. In this game, you play investigators moving around the entire planet, trying to save it from certain doom, really. It's a co-op game. It is on the longer side. It is a little more complex, and it is very heavily narrative. So, yeah, a little luck-based. I know that turns a lot of people off. For me, I love the story that it tells, so I'm really, really hoping we can get this one back soon. And last but not least, we have another little special treat. So, in this deck of cards, I have written the names of a bunch of games that we have to play and review. I am going to shuffle these now, and we will see which one is up for review this month. I tried to learn how to riffle shuffle these, and I played a lot of 52 pickup. So instead, I am doing this. Alright, cut the deck. Oddball Aeronauts. I like that one. So, Oddball Aeronauts. Ta-da! This is a very short game by Maverick Muse, and the catch here is that you don't need a table to play it. It's also very pretty. So we are excited to get this one, well, not to the table, I guess. We're excited to play this one, and I think this will be very, very good, actually, because we are going to Gen Con at the end of the month, and we don't really have a ton of time for longer games right now, especially with the longer games that we already said we would play earlier in this video. Good thinking, us. So this card will now be removed from the deck and recycled, because we are good people, and then sooner or later, once we have a few that are gone, we'll add some new cards in to represent the new games that we've gotten in for review. This was our to be played video. If you've played any of these games and want to let us know how it went, we would love that. You should totally comment. Even if you haven't, you should totally subscribe and see how we liked them. At the end of the month, we will be doing a short little recap of how these games went, as well as any other games that we got in and played over the course of the month. You will also then be able to yell at us if we did not play these games, so bonus. You can always find us on Twitter at Cardboard News and on Facebook at Cardboard Republic. Our website is www.cardboardrepublic.com. Thanks for watching. According to Pottermore, I was either a Slytherin or a Ravenclaw, and I chose Ravenclaw because I really like books. Next up, Argent the Consortium. My voice squeaked. Alright. 17th time's a charm.